Many victims of narcissistic abuse look to therapy for help. Unfortunately, not all therapists know about narcissism, and some therapists turn out to be narcissists themselves. This can result in the victim being gaslighted, abused, blamed, and ridiculed in the sessions. The therapist may even take the narcissist side on purpose, or by making false assumptions and make things worse for the victim. In this video, I go over some warning signs that your therapist may not get narcissism or may be narcissistic themselves. Hello wonderful person, and welcome to Narcissistic Abuse Healing. I'm Anton, and I create videos about abuse with a focus on narcissistic abuse to help you understand what was done to you and help you heal from it. Please help this channel grow by subscribing. If you find this video informative or helpful in any way, please like and share it so that more people can benefit from it. The limits of the therapist. Narcissism is not part of a standard curriculum for becoming a therapist. Thus, many qualified therapists do not know much about narcissism and may not even be able to diagnose narcissistic personality disorder. The therapist needs to take additional studies if they want to learn about narcissism. A therapist is there to help clear the obstacles that are causing distress in your life. They cannot change the narcissist by getting you to change. Although they may agree with you that your partner displays narcissistic behaviors, they cannot diagnose your partner without seeing them. A narcissist, especially a covert narcissist, can easily fool an inexperienced therapist into believing you are the problem. A skilled therapist can help you process and deal with the abuse you are suffering in a better way so that it does not affect you as much if you cannot leave or are not yet ready to leave. They can help you deal with the issues you have for why you cannot emotionally let go of a narcissist or feel guilty for leaving them. And they can help you heal from the abuse after you left the narcissist and help you not to go back. Important before seeing a therapist. Do not go with the narcissist to a therapist or to the same therapist they are seeing. The chances are great that the narcissist will turn the therapist against you and make you out to be the problem. And if the therapist sees through the narcissist and calls them out on their behavior, you can be sure that the narcissist will do everything in their power to get you to stop seeing the therapist, who may have been able to help you. Do not go to a therapist who the narcissist recommends, they arranged for you, or are friends with the narcissist. A narcissist will only approve of your therapist if they know the therapist will back them, or the narcissist thinks they can manipulate the therapist. There's also the risk that the therapist may share what you say in sessions with the narcissist, especially if they are friends. Never tell the narcissist who you are seeing, if at all possible. Demands forgiveness. Forgiving someone is not needed for you to heal and move on with your life. Forgiveness cannot be demanded. It must be earned. Only you can decide if you will forgive someone and when, as well as what they need to do to make things right with you. You also don't need forgiveness from someone to go on with your life. If your therapist demands you forgive your partner or ask your partner for forgiveness, walk away. Shaming you, guilt-tripping you, or using fear to try to get you to forgive your partner is emotional and mental abuse. So too is telling you that you will not be able to heal until your partner forgives you. The therapist should help you deal with your anger and let go of the pain of what was done to you, which can be done without needing to forgive the actions of a narcissist. They should also help you forgive yourself if you feel you let yourself down by falling for the narcissist. But demanding you forgive a narcissist or making you feel guilty for any action you did toward the narcissist and that you must ask forgiveness is stepping over the line. Ask to join them outside therapy. If your therapist suggests you join an outside activity where they will be present, especially if they are in a leadership role, head for the door. This is doubly so if it is a religious group, a spiritual movement they are part of, or a group that has strict rules and the therapist is in a leadership role. Not only is there the risk of crossing personal and professional boundaries, but it allows the therapist to gain power over you by being both your therapist and the leader of a group. If they demand you join, or tell you that joining the group is the only way you can heal, then they have ulterior motives. Be careful of them wanting to change venue to their home, especially if they try to persuade you by offering to give you free or cheap therapy if you change venue to their home. They communicate with a narcissist. The narcissist can be friends with your therapist, or the narcissist can call your therapist up and persuade them to share information. Rarely will either be open with you that they share information, but the therapist may slip up and comment on something that happened at home that they should not know about. Or the narcissist may let slip something from your therapy sessions they should not know about. When it happens, do not accept their gaslighting that you must have told them about it and forgot you did. If you suspect that they share information, then make some stuff up you know each one will want to share with the other and see if it comes out. Even if not, if you have reasonable suspicion that they share information, find another therapist. They invalidate your feelings. No one can tell you how you should feel about something. Emotions are an automatic reaction by your body and valid for you. Narcissists often tell you that you are overreacting because they don't want to be held accountable for their actions. Unfortunately, some people, therapists included, do not believe that abuse occurred if there was no physical abuse. And not all therapists get or even believe in narcissistic abuse. Narcissists also tailor their abuse specific to each person according to what they know or think will get under a person's skin. What pushes your buttons may not make an impression on someone else. If your therapist tells you that you are overreacting, that they are sure it's not that big a deal, that you are imagining things, that maybe you misinterpreted things, that you should grow up, that many partners do those things, and so on, then they are invalidating you. They have no right to judge how you feel, even if they do not agree or do not understand why it is such a problem for you. If they do invalidate you, then tell them respectfully that you feel they disrespected your feelings. If they get angry or push back by trying to justify their judgment over you, then seek another therapist. Although it may be in your benefit to in some instances in life grow a thicker skin, you still have a right to decide what offends you. You may not have a right to take action as you see fit for being offended, but it's not your therapist's place to judge you on what offends you. They insist in using the two-way street model. This model assumes that both people in the relationship are in some part responsible for the problems in the relationship. The therapist may say things like, "Yes, but what did you do to set them off?" Or, "Surely they would not have done that without a reason." They will keep on pushing you to admit your fault. This can cause you to doubt yourself and assume guilt for the narcissist's actions and possibly that you deserve the abuse you are suffering. This sets you up to believe that if you sacrifice more for the narcissist, things will be back to normal. With a person who can never be satisfied, and some who are sadistic or vindictive, you can end up living only to please them while feeling guilty that you cannot make the narcissist happy. This can make you feel like a massive failure in life for not making the narcissist happy. And if the narcissist finds out it is your life mission to make them happy, they will make it their life mission to seem as unhappy as they can to you. A therapist who understands narcissism will not ask what is your part in this, or ask what you did to make the narcissist unhappy. They will ask you how you are coping with abuse and how you are feeling. They will help you see the abuse for what it is and validate your rights and that you are not crazy. Disrespects you. There are many reasons why a victim may not be able to leave or chooses to stay in the relationship. If a therapist judges you, belittles you, or berates you for not leaving the narcissist, get another therapist. Some may even say that if you choose to stay, you are choosing to be abused, which can make you feel responsible for the abuse. This shows that they do not understand narcissism and the mental and emotional bonds abuse forms that are harder to break than a cocaine addiction. Leaving a narcissist is a mental and emotional process that takes a lot of courage. Instead of judging you, the therapist should help with what is holding you back. And sometimes it is not financially possible to leave or even safe with a violent abuser. The therapist can then help you cope with the abuse to help you make the best of the situation instead of judging you for not leaving. Downplays your knowledge. Narcissism is not part of a standard curriculum for therapists. If you've been learning about narcissism for a while, you may well know more about narcissism than your therapist. A good therapist will listen to you and then decide to look into the matter themselves and educate themselves about narcissism. They should at least be open to watching 2 or 3 videos on narcissism so they understand where you are coming from to better help you. If they try to discredit your knowledge without even looking into narcissism, they are not the therapist for you. If they try to tell you that they are the qualified professional and know everything, They are full of themselves. Even the most educated people on narcissism admit we still do not know everything about narcissism. It is okay for your therapist to say they don't want to deal with or learn about narcissism and have you move on to another therapist. And there are competing theories on some things surrounding narcissism, so it is okay for them to respectfully disagree with you and discuss things. But if they flat out refuse to look into narcissism or refuse to listen to your input and demand you do as they say, especially if they try to force you to apologize to the narcissist or try to force you to go and make the narcissist happy at all cost, get another therapist. Blames your reaction to abuse. Narcissistic abuse has many effects on a victim. You may suffer from depression, procrastination, lack of energy, or sleep disorders. You may be moody or always anxious. You may even be short-tempered, as you take on some narcissistic traits as a defense mechanism to protect yourself against the abuse. A therapist's job is to help people with their problems so that they can live a better life. But if your problem is the narcissist, then they are in a pickle. They cannot change the narcissist. A therapist who does not know about narcissism may then look at your reactions to the abuse and use that as an excuse for why your partner is behaving the way they are. For instance, they may say, well, if you are not so depressed, then your partner's mood may improve. Or, if you're not so aggressive in defending yourself, then things will be better. But with narcissism, your behavior is not the problem. It is the result of abuse you suffer. A good therapist can help you deal better with abuse and help you get the confidence to leave a narcissist, if that is your choice. Blaming your reaction to being abused as the cause of abuse is not just unhelpful, it is disrespectful to you. Claims to be psychic. No one but the narcissist knows what they meant by something. If your therapist claims that surely the narcissist did not mean it the way you think they meant it, or they believe the narcissist was thinking a different way, move on. You know the narcissist better than the therapist and will know more accurately what they meant with something. Invalidating your experience by claiming to know what the narcissist meant with an action or was thinking is disrespectful and a form of gaslighting. If they start questioning if you remember things correctly, head for the door, as it will just result in you further starting to mistrust your own memory and reality. Some things to look for. A good therapist should not make you feel stupid, guilty, or belittle you for being in the situation you are in. They should also not try to get you to try and change the narcissist. They should be open to your input, especially if they don't know about narcissism, and be willing to learn about narcissism to help you. They should be open to allowing you to bring in some proof, such as recordings or videos or pictures of what is happening to you so that they better get it, or that you feel you supported your claims and validated your feelings. This does not mean that in each session you bring in some recordings so that they can diagnose the narcissist or for you to complain about it. But 1 or 2 occasions should not be a problem so that you feel they are on the same page as you. Therapy is to help you, and building trust is a big first step. If they are not even willing to once entertain you by looking at some of your evidence that upsets you, then they are not really interested in hearing what you have to say and helping facilitate your healing the best they can without judgment, berating, or blaming. You are looking for a therapist who says, I understand what you're going through, or I'm willing to put the effort in to understand, and I'm willing to help you get to where you want to go, or help you figure out where you want to go without judging you for the place you are at now. A good therapist, life coach, or friend will help you to love yourself again. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative or helpful in any way, like and share it so that more people can benefit from it. If not subscribed, please subscribe now. Please leave a comment, as it helps to expand the information covered in the video, which may be of benefit to others. See my books on narcissism by following the links in the description. For donations, please use the donation button on the banner or follow the link in the description. Thank you.